Hello again. I am Bane and I'm on another adventure. I am in Slade, Kentucky, east central Kentucky. And I'm going to be biking through the Red River Gorge. I actually came down yesterday and I hiked around and I got some drone footage throughout the day. So if you notice, my drone footage lighting is different. It's because it is. It's the end of October. It is peak fall foliage colors. So the Red River Gorge was carved out by the Red River, very similar to how the Grand Canyon was carved out by the Colorado River. It is Monday, so the traffic won't be as bad as it would normally be on a weekend, which is good because the route that goes through the gorge is very narrow. There's no shoulder at all. And there's barely room for 2 cars and a lot of it. But it's quite gorgeous. The Red River Gorge is huge with hikers. And it's world famous apparently for climbers. Climbers from all over the world come here to climb. So there's a lot of geological formations, a lot of sandstone cliffs, a lot of arches, several waterfalls. Anyways, that's my cue to get off of here and get to pedaling. Follow along. That is the Nada Tunnel, listed on the historic places. It's 900 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 13 feet tall. Originally built, I believe, by a logging company out of West Virginia, built to haul logs out of the Red River Gorge. It was started in 1910 and finished in 1912. This is my first time biking through here. I love the Red River Gorge. I've hiked here a lot, but this is the first time on a bike, and it's just gorgeous, and there's so much stuff to see that you don't see in a car. I already messed up. I was almost to the tunnel, about 3.5 miles in, and realized I forgot my drone batteries and had to turn around. Anyways, like and subscribe, follow along. I'm gonna enjoy this downhill. Well, I just made it back up out of the gorge. I don't know what the elevation was. It was like a mile or a mile and a half paddling up. I stopped a couple times to throw the camera out, the video, but I didn't push the bike any. To be fair, had I not stopped to set the camera out, I may have had to push or stop for brakes. That was pretty high. That's probably my biggest climb. Certainly bigger than any of the rail trails I've been doing. So it is the end of October. It's Monday. Thursday is Halloween. I don't know, the 31st. What's that make today? The 27th or 28th? It is the 28th. Last year, after my big ride around Ohio, I was fairly beat, and I didn't even want to look at the bike again for like 2 months. And by then, it was cold, and I didn't ride until January. This year, I'm hoping to bike all year long, and I just got a new bicycle. So I just got a new mountain bike. I got a Trek Excalibur 8. It's like last year's model or something. So it was 500 bucks off. Now I didn't plan on going out to get a bike, but I've been wanting a mountain bike so that I could get to places that this 520 won't get me to. So the bike shop where I got my Trek at, John Cyclery. I started following their Facebook page and saw that they had a sale on the Excalibur. So I went out and got one. I went with Trek mainly because John and the folks that work there are freaking awesome. And I've liked the customer service, so I was sticking with it. This is a mountain bike with the shock forks, rigid tail, but it does have mounting points on the rear for a rear rack. So I'm going to be doing some gravel bike packing over the winter, and some mountain biking probably, with the main goal just making sure that I continue to sit on a bike and pedal. Trying to think of questions before you guys ask them, but I don't know. My intention is to come back here over the winter with the other bike and bike on some of the gravel roads in the area. Apparently there's a lot. The YouTube Kentucky cycling page has some gravel rides in the area, and I caught a hold of those. I was like, well, I could do that too. So I'm going to come back here, hopefully over the winter. And I also want to go to the Cranberry Wilderness and bike around there. And sometime in the next couple months, I'm going to go back to the Greenbrier Trail and bike pack that. And January or February, probably go to Florida to do the Coast to Coast Trail. And then hopefully by then, get me through March or so, and it'll be back to another touring season. So if you're still watching this, thanks, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I'm not done with this video yet, but if you've watched it to this point, hang out till the end. I got some footage of a special guest. I didn't want to say anything in the beginning of the video because I didn't want to toss out clickbait. But if you're still watching now, then hang out for the end. On we go. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this. I live 2 hours from the Red River Gorge. So I drove here yesterday and I hiked around yesterday getting drone footage. I camped last night in my hammock on Tunnel Top Road. During the winter time, a lot of these forest roads, which are the gravel roads, those get gated off and there's no traffic on them. And my intention is to bring the mountain bike out after the gates get closed off and hit those trails then. I got a lot of footage of some points of interest, but certainly not all of them. There was some places I wanted to get to that I didn't get to, and I will save those for another trip. Places like the Indian Staircase. This was a really fun ride. You start off out on the main road in Slade, Route 15, hit Route 77, going through the tunnel to 715, and that loops back out to the main road again. Going clockwise, once I hit the main road, it's almost downhill back to my car. It was a long stretch of uphill, and I thought about going that way because it wasn't steep, but it was long, and I wanted my video to start off going through the Nada Tunnel. The Nada Tunnel is known as the gateway to the Red River Gorge, but I call it a magic tunnel because you're not but a couple miles off the highway, and once you go through the tunnel, you're in this magical place. Uphill, and I needed to shift gears. Anyways, On we go. I am back out on Route 15. It runs right along the Mountain Parkway, which is the highway I'm going over now. They both run right back through Slade. I think I still got 4 or 5 miles left before I get back to Slade, but I'm not really sure. But I'm on the main road now, so there won't be a lot more to video. So I'm gonna do my aftermath. I'm gonna do my after report now and see how this works, rather than do it while I'm driving. So I got here yesterday about noon. I forgot grub at home, so I stopped at Walmart on the way here and I bought a loaf of bread, some peanut butter, and some oatmeal, along with some snack bars that I already had. That's what I ate while I was here. There is a permit required for overnight camping in the gorge. It's $7 a night, I think, I think it's $7 a night and $10 for 3 days, I think. So $7 for parking. I don't really know the price of the food. I mean, what's the price of some peanut butter and some bread and oatmeal? And then less than a tank of gas will get me here and then back home. I got gas in Kentucky for like $2.55. I don't know how much it cost me to fill up. Anyways, that's it for the trip. The color of the leaves wasn't as spectacular this year as normal due to dry weather, but still really nice. My first big climb, that was kind of neat. I don't have any bags on this bike, so if I did, that would have sucked real bad. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to answer. I appreciate everybody who's been commenting. You guys are awesome. If you're new to the channel, say hello. Where you from? What's your favorite place to go bike? Stuff you'd like to see. Feedback is always cool. Again, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of new stuff the next few months. I'm gonna be like setting up camp and biking from that spot and then coming back to camp. I got at least one other person that follows me who does that. And I think it's a good idea for some winter cycling rather than being 50 miles away from my car or further. I'll be closer to camp in case there's a problem. Just easing into this winter cycling. Cranberry Wilderness coming up. Probably hit the Red River Gorge again. I'm gonna re-release my Ohio trip as one big file instead of 6 or 7 small files. Not a lot of people have seen the video, and I couldn't before, but now I have the ability to produce larger video files. So I'm gonna toss that back together and release it sometime during the slow months. Regurgitating, a rerun you might say. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, follow along. What's up, little dude? What's the odds he bites my dumb ass if I try to pet him? Huh? Pretty high. Yeah. This is quality content.